Yes, now, bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. Des Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in and signing out as we've just listened to Far Beyond Driven by Pantera. 1994, I believe this was put out. 12 tracks. It was recommended on the Patreon by Braden. So we've had plenty of Pantera as of recent. Not so long back I did Cowboys from Hell. Really enjoyed that. From there, like only within the past few days, we did Vulgar Display of Power, which wasn't requested, but I thought if we're gonna, jump to Far Beyond Driven on request, hey, I'll give you 2 for 1. We'll do Vulgar Display as well. I thought it was good, but I didn't think it was the best Pantera record as of so far. I could have been a little critical listening to that one. There was a time and a place, and I felt like, there was an awkward transition between the broad spectrum of vocal performance we had on Cowboys from Hell, and then maybe, which does happen, there happens to be a lessening of the writing. Purely because they're busy, they're touring, they're gathering more success. The label's probably like, get more music out. It doesn't include the hunger that comes from the project before the boom. But that's why I had high hopes for this one, Far Beyond Driven, because I thought, all right, cool, they've had plenty of time to get stuck in at this point. And it was a great record. I enjoyed it a lot. I preferred this record to Vulgar Display of Power. I think Phil's vocals tickled my pickle a little bit more because we had a little bit more of a grunt and a growl on the... I don't know, there was a little bit more of an edge factor on Vulgar Display of Power, whereas this one, there was more of a harshness, there was more of an intensity, there was more of a potential of hurting your voice and ruining your vocals due to the amount of emphasis and concentrated aggression that was invested into the vocal performance on this record, and I liked that. I did like that. The riffs were great. We didn't have the breakdown on this record, which I thought was quite surprising because in the last 2 records, it's been 2 tunes in particular as to where I think it was This Love and then you had Domination prior to that. There was one track on both of them records where they just had an extra breakdown, like extra heavy breakdown. On this, not as much, so it feels like they went more so to a doomier, single line picking, organic heavy metal crush, as opposed to like a force-fed, hammer to the face, dun-dun staccato, assaults like in a hardcore, in a beat-down hardcore sense, which isn't why they did them breakdowns, but I say that just to explain the separation of the two, It was good. The drumming was good. A lot of unique drumming on the record. Bassline was prominent as ever. Guitar lines were good. I didn't care too much for the guitar solos. I never do at this point in my life. But the rhythms were great, I think Dimebag gets a lot of props on being a lead guitarist. But the reality of such is he matches that lead guitar work with the rhythm work. Like, people love him for his lead guitar. People pick up guitars, such as myself, hearing lead guitars like that when I was younger. But the rhythm and the riff is spectacular. Really good. Really, really good. With that being said, let's just riff on a little bit longer. So, 12 tracks, well-produced record. Good Friends and a Bottle of Pills was a filler track. I'd get rid of that. Track number 2, Becoming. Probably get rid of that. Make it a 10-track record. Was 12 tracks sufficient? Most definitely. Probably optimal. 12 tracks for this record is probably better than 10 anyway. But as far as what I consider the weaker links, definitely chuck out Good Friends and a Bottle of Pills. It was a great groove, but it sounded like an intentional interlude, but I didn't think it was cohesive. I wasn't too fussed. I can't remember what I rated the last Pantera records, but give this 0.5 below Cowboys from Hell. I still think Cowboys from Hell is the best Pantera record, but we've got the Great Southern Trendkill coming up next. This was definitely better than Vulgar Display of Power. And with that being said, I'm signing out, people. I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.